Hello everyone. Today my character is going to be doing the Halloween quests. There are some changes since the end of my last video. I did a few random dungeons, but I didn't do any quests. I saved the quests for this channel. I raised her a few levels with some dungeons and got a little bit of gear to try and make things a little bit smoother as far as doing the quests themselves. So I'm not sure how long this video is going to be because I'm only going to be doing the Halloween stuff and my character is only level 26. So I don't remember how much content for Halloween would be unlocked, but let's find out. So, costumed orphan matron. Costumed orphan matron. During Hallow's End, human orphanages have organized trips to their orphans to visit Alliance countryside villages. Those poor children would love to see a real druid like yourself. Why don't you visit them? You'll find orphans at Goldshire in Elwyn Forest, Caranos in Dunmorrow, and Azurwatch in Azurmist. Speak with the children's ward, a costumed orphan matron, and she'll introduce you to the children. So, I'm going to be heading to the most popular area for this quest, which is Goldshire. The only thing is, in my time zone when I'm recording this right now, it is 3:23 in the morning, so I don't know how populated it will be for as far as people doing that quest that I think it's leading me to, because that is a group effort quest where you put the fires out. You'll notice my little trick-or-treating debuff. Back in Wrath, the trick-or-treating for the Hallow's End was a little bit different than it is in retail right now. In Wrath, you not only go to each inn and collect the candy buckets, which you do in retail, you also could talk to an innkeeper once every hour, and they would either give you a trick or treat, and it's pretty similar to the effects that the candy bucket gives you in addition in retail. Basically either put your character into a costume or give you a handful of candy. The candy, in my opinion, is way better in Wrath. In retail, it gives your character like a little cosmetic thing, but in Wrath, let's see if I can find one. So like this gives me a buff, something useful. So, and it's half an hour, so it's not too bad, at least for my level. I have a couple pieces of gear that I'm not high enough level for yet. And we gotta wait for the boat. I did just buy riding right before starting this video, so I'm not used to having it on this character. So there may be a time or two where I accidentally use the travel form. Realistically, I wanted to get a few more levels before returning to the journey that I was on in Azurmist. No, Bloodmist. Bloodmist. Um, just because that elite group quest, I wasn't a fan of coming across and not being able to continue it. I could do it now, or like after this video, but I figured if I get a few more levels and a little bit more gear, it would help the flow of questing a little bit more, I think. They offer you little bobbing apples. I think at one point, maybe it's retail, I can't remember for sure, but I thought they used to give you 2% of your health and mana, but it doesn't, at least now in Wrath. Maybe I'm thinking of retail, I'm not entirely sure. I'm hoping it says on my map where I'm supposed to go. I'm so used to retail where it's at the Stormwind gates, but I can't remember if it always was. It does not say. Hmm. I think on my way to the Stormwind gates, there is one area that I might be able, or I might want to stop in. It's where the Midsummer Festival stuff takes place. I don't know why, but I feel like it might be over there. Oh wait, no, I need to go to Goldshire. I don't... There are, according to Questy, other quests. The green ones on my mini map are what Questy is telling me. Oh, I know what they are. Candy buckets. Candy buckets like this are located in inns throughout the realms. Go ahead, take some. I don't remember that one, but let's go investigate. Because I think in Wrath that was an orphanage, but I thought the only holiday quests in there were for Orphan Week. Those end treats for Jasper. I want to go trick-or-treating, but I can't because I'm sick. If you go for me, I'd trade you the candy you get for some I already have. I think you'll like this candy. It makes you turn into things both funny and scary. Each of the innkeepers in the big cities have candy they give for Hollow's End. Talk to them and do the tricks they ask for. Also, a little gnome named Talvash in Ironforge is handing out candy as well. When you have all the candy, bring them back to me. Speak with the innkeepers of Stormwind, Ironforge, and Darnassus, as well as Talvash Dalkissil in Ironforge. Perform the tricks they ask of you in exchange for the treats they offer. Return to Jesper at Stormwind Orphanage with a Darnassus Marzipan, Nomergon Gumdrop, Stormwind Nougat, and Ironforge Mint. They still have this quest in retail, just not given by the same person. Sing for Nougat. That's an interesting costume you have on. Even though you're being nice and helping a sick child trick or treat this year, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you perform a trick for me. Let's see. You look so strong and buff in that costume. Let's see your flex. Yes, go on now and flex for me, strong woman. When and only when you flex, I'll give you some tasty Stormwind nougat. It's a great Hallow's End treat. I can't help but to feel like she might be coming on to me. You are truly mighty, haha. Well done, and thanks for being such a good sport. Here's your candy. Happy Hallow's End, Lunacy. Don't worry, she just has the same quest. Next. I suppose I'll run back to Darnassus, even though I really don't want to wait for the boat. If I was thinking ahead, I would have probably changed my Hearthstone when I was in the inn. I'm just happy that I decided to pick up riding before starting this adventure, because I am running quite a distance. Look like I'm just in time for the boat. I really want to do like a sounds video of like fishing, but I feel like it gets boring because it's the same sound over and over. I do like the sound of water, so I don't know. I might try and figure out something, but not sure if I'll be able to pull it off. This shaman has quite a bit of energy. And then I have to take the flight path back to Darnassus. Pretty much backtracking my whole adventure. Running through Aberdeen, though, does kind of reignite my motivation to finish up Blood Mistile so that I can come over here and start like a new zone. I always loved the trick-or-treating aspect of this holiday in WoW. I don't know why, but it's fun. It's like an adventure hunt for the different inns, and you get little candies for them. You get experience. I think once you hit max level, you get a decent amount of gold instead. And yeah, you know, there's like the costumes and stuff that you get that make it a little more fun as well. Keep those all together, since I'll probably be using them as soon as I start questing in like Blood Mistiles or something. Depends how far I make it during the Hallow's End event, because once it stops, they go away, unfortunately. I believe I got the candy buckets in Dolinar. I know I got the one here in Darnassus. And the inn is right over here. So let's see what she asks me to do. Dancing for marzipan. Even though you're trick-or-treating for a sick child, you will still need to perform a trick for a treat. We can't very well change the tradition now, can we? I believe the cost of a piece of marzipan nowadays is to bust out and dance. That's right. Let me see your moves. Dance for me, and I'll give you some tasty marzipan. You're quite the dancing machine, Lunacy. Here's your treat for being such a sport. Happy Hallow's End, and give my best to your sick little friend. I hope they get better soon. Now I get to go all the way back. And then some. I actually have to go to Ironforge next. But if I'm not mistaken, I think, well, maybe not on this character. I can't remember if I got the flight path over there. If not, we'll have to take the underground tram. I wish there was a faster way than the boat. And I guess there is. I'm just too low of a level to have access to it. Once I get to Dalaran up here, then I will have access to the Stormwind portal and the other major cities for the Alliance. As you can see, that's where I left off in my last video. Just kind of peeking around as I wait for my taxi. I think when I do pick up in this area in probably the next video, depending on if I have to split up the Halloween stuff, but I doubt I will. I think I'm going to start with that quest just because it's the one that I couldn't do. So it's going to bug me until I get it done. But like I said, I might run some more dungeons and get her leveled up a little bit more just because I remember like all the mana issues I have. They stay there until probably like level 40-ish. once I get Innervate. Now, I don't necessarily want to go and get all the way to level 40 before picking up where I left off, but it would be nice to be able to probably kill things faster so I'm not using as much mana and hopefully not having those issues when questing. I have been upgrading my spells also as I went, which it's a good thing that I did dungeons because I make pretty okay gold, enough to keep up with my spell costs for upgrading them. I know around level 30 those dungeons start giving even more gold, which I kind of really want to do to get some bigger bags because inventory space is another issue that I've been having while questing. So if I could get that also smoothed out, I feel like the flow of the quests would be a lot better and not be so distracting from the story that the quest is telling. I'm really hoping that I picked up that flight path on this character. I might be thinking of my other druid. That was a hardcore character because I don't really remember reading out any quests from like Stormwind or anything. So I'm suspecting I have to take the tram. He doesn't have a thing above his head, so I might have it. I do. Thank God. Some might say that the tram is faster. I don't know that it is, because you have to wait for it half the time to come to your side. I think I just like the view of flying instead. And I do have to go to Goldshire as well. Oh, it's just showing me the nougat quest, which it will until I turn in with the orphan. I like kind of like seeing the aesthetics of the different zones. Granted, they're a little more detailed, I think, in retail. I think most zones are, maybe not like Teldrassil, because in like current retail, it's gone, it's destroyed. But some of the zones that they went back and like revamped look really beautiful. One of these days, I've also thought about doing like a video showing off the couple of quote unquote like exploits that I know from back in Wrath of the Lich King. One of them being how to get on top of Ironforge. That one was a lot of fun as far as the exploration. Before it was really possible to do like flying in the classic areas. I know there's a way to get to the like troll village in Darkshore as well, but I don't know that one. I'm sure I could look it up quite easily though. So Ironforge has two of them. One from a dwarf and one from a gnome. I'm going over to the dwarf first. Because he will also have another candy bucket. Chicken clucking for a mint. Ah, trick-or-treating for a sick child, are we? I was going to say, you're a little old to be rummaging around for candies. Well, for my treat, an Ironforge mint, you will need to cluck like a chicken. Yes, chickens love mints. Well, okay, maybe they don't love them, but I won't give you a mint unless you chicken cluck for me. Well, Druid, are you up to the challenge or not? Time to earn your treat. Too funny. Well done, Lunacy. Here's your treat. Happy Hallow's End. So now, I think it's actually shorter this way. This one is hidden in the corner over here. Incoming gumdrop. A trick-or-treating. A trick-or-treater. Huzzah! Well now, even though you're doing something noble and collecting candies for a sick child, I can't let you get off the hook that easily. I have a yummy Nomergon gumdrop to give to the sick child. If you make a train noise for me, haha, yes, that'll be the trick. The price of this gumdrop is one train noise. Chugga chugga, druid. Woohoo! Well done, Lunacy. Here's your treat. Alright, now back to Stormwind to give them to Orphan Jasper. Right, here we go. Kind of hoping that by the time I get to Goldshire, there will hopefully be enough people participating in the quest. Because that might be the only thing that potentially makes it go into a two-parter video, but I like to think hopefully that won't need to happen. I think everything else is going to be like the candy buckets, other than the Goldshire quest, so we shall see. There is, of course, the Headless Horseman boss fight. I don't think, unfortunately, that I'll be able to show that in my video just because you have to be, I think, like level 77, and there's no way, I don't think, I'll be able to hit that by the end of Hallow's End. But if for whatever crazy reason I do hit that high of a level, I will, of course, do a video with the Headless Horseman boss. So we're gonna go turn these candies into Jasper and hopefully cheer him up. Have you finished trick-or-treating yet? I'm sad that I can't go because I'm sick, but you helping me out makes me feel a little better. Wow, you got them all. You're awesome. Thank you for trick-or-treating for me. Here, take these pumpkin treats. I think you'll like them a lot. Happy Hallows End, Lunacy. I can't remember if those are used for currency the way that the updated ones are used for currency in retail. So for now, I'm gonna hang on to them. And now we're gonna go to Goldshire and check out the Headless Horseman quest. I totally forgot to check in Stormwind to see if there was like a vendor. I don't remember if there is one in Wrath, which is why I can't remember if these are used for currency or if just for eating. I'm pretty sure it just speeds up your running for a certain period of time, like a minute or 30 seconds or something. Those look like they should probably be a quest. Costumed orphan matron. You're here to visit the children? Wonderful. They have known such heartache in their short lives. It is good that they see real heroes like you. It really lifts their spirits. And then there's a daily quest, stop the fires. You must help us. The Headless Horseman is attacking the village. Fires are everywhere. The children aren't safe. Rude. The children aren't safe, and neither am I. Please, Lunacy, join the fire brigade. Grab a bucket and toss it on the fires, or pass it to a friend who's closer to the blaze. Put out all the fires, and we may yet be saved. So I'm going to actually put that on my hot bar. I don't know if there's necessarily enough people to do this. This is actually the quest I meant that I'm not sure if there's enough people for it to be completed. Bless this little guard. This one running back and forth with his one bucket. We're making progress, kind of. If only I had flying. Hit the wrong spot. That one's almost put out. That one's out. Sweet. And then we kill him. And his head flies off, obviously. And we turn in the head. This large jack-o'-lantern rests in the middle of the village. It eyes those who look upon it, betraying a dark menace within. Smashing the pumpkin reveals an old scorched holy symbol. Give the scorched holy symbol to the customed orphan matron. Oh, thank you. May the light bless your good works, kind lady. The shadow of the dark horseman yet looms, but at least for now, the village is safe from his flames. Yes, Lunacy? You found this inside the headless horseman's jack-o'-lantern? It is an old symbol of the light. It must have been the horseman's before he was cursed and turned into the monster he is today. Thank you, Lunacy. This symbol this symbol deserves to be with the paladins. I will make sure they get it. Oh, and I almost forgot. You have a secret admirer. One of the children wanted you to have this. He was too shy to give it to you himself. Fire Brigade practice. With the headless horseman at large, the heroes of Goldshire are always ready to form a fire brigade. Do you want to help? North of here, guards set up a small area to practice fighting fires. Go there and throw buckets onto the blazes. You can fill a bucket from the water barrel here, or the one near the fires. Goodbye, Lunacy. When you're done with the fire brigade practice, please visit us again. It's a shame that this guy didn't have that. Do it this way. It's gonna keep going darker and then lighter, I think, because I keep getting close to Goldshire, which is where the Headless Horseman quest will spawn. So it gets dark from that, and then I run away, and then it gets light again. You're wet and smudged with soot. You must have been extinguishing fires. Well done. As an honorary member of the fire brigade, I beg you to return here if ever the village needs you. Thanks. That is such a rewarding feeling. So of course I'm gonna grab the candy bucket. I can't have more than one handful of candy. And that actually made me level up, which I'll take my last point of nature's grace. Oh, I think it's just going to show the dailies. Yeah, I think it's just going to show the dailies. So, I do believe that is everything that I can do, at least on this character, for Wrath Hallow's End. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a good night and sweet dreams, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!